What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and of course, we are back with more Uncharted Battlefield. We got to do rounds 7 through 9 today, and these are all basically going to be repeats. So let's just jump in. So Battle 7 is our first electric battle. Our second electric battle is Battle 8. Do we need stamina for this? Okay, we do need stamina for this. Okay, well, whatever. We got stamina for this. Let's go. All right. So as we jump into battle number 7, we are going to be using, a little spoiler here, we already knew we were going to be using lead for our other battle, but in this particular situation, I am going to go with Aisha here. Aisha, whatever. Depends on which pronunciation you go with, honestly. So, honestly, as good as she is, I don't know if she's honestly good enough for a final fight if it were just one fight away. We tried it before, and she hasn't really succeeded all that well. Though, in the modern realm, more with maybe more ability board or more scene cards or something like that, maybe? It's really hard to tell. But for this fight, she does just fine. And once again, I do want to try out lead when it comes to that second battle. So, she's kind of the next best thing. I mean, we already know as far as non-time limited units go, she's kind of our best bet, short of lead. Now, whether you consider lead a time limited unit or not, he's super free to play, so I'm not going to count him there. The downside is you do have to do raids and things like that, but it's not like he's locked behind a paywall or anything like that. So I'm going to consider him completely free to play, and I'm going to consider him on the board. Now, in a year's time, if they just stop running him shortly, really hard to tell. I really hope they keep giving us dupes for him. I really hope they keep running him, because that's free keys. That'd be really nice to get free keys every month. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? But knowing the way aiming works, I'm kind of expecting them to phase him out soon, but we'll see. All right. So we got a minute 40 on this fight, and so far with the damage she's produced, I'm not terribly worried about it, though she does take a lot of damage. The one thing I will warn you is do not run the Ishtar assist with her. She cannot handle that. She does not have the defense to kind of withstand the amount of damage she takes at that point. She produces a ton of damage. She can, trounce the other foes a lot quicker. But as you can see here, she takes a lot of damage. So using the Miach assist is really helpful because it gives her some extra healing, and she really needs it. She really falls apart defensively. But offensively, she's just fine. There we go. Now, I did only run one scene card on her, so our fight is a bit down to the wire. It would be a little bit better if I ran 2 scene cards, but I'll be completely honest with you. I really didn't find it necessary, though now we are really down to the wire. Well, we'll tell you that is an uncommon response to that. Let's try that one more time. Maybe I did need a second scene card on her. Who knows? But I like running units in minimum config just to see how things play out. The funny part is, I think in the initial run that I did with her, it was a minute 45 when she got to the final bosses. That extra 5 seconds could have made a difference. But they do tend to put up their barrier at the last possible second just to buy some time. It's awful, but it's how it works. So, there we go. So when her barrier broke there, we got a little bit of a damage boost. But, let's see. Go, girl. She's really good. I really do like her, but once again, defensively, she is a bit deficient. So, it is what it is. All right, we got 2 foes here. It'd be really nice if they stacked on top of each other, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the programming of the game. They don't seem to do it nearly as much as they used to. They used to seem to, pal up all the time, and anymore, it just doesn't seem like they do that much. By the way, I do believe Hive is set to strong opponents, so if it seems like she's targeting one unit first and taking a beating from the other one, that's exactly what she's doing. She's trying to take out the Orc King. There we go. Perfect. So we got a whole minute to take out the Ant. So that's exactly what I wanted. So she is set to priority, basically whoever's the strongest, and that is kind of why she's doing what she's doing. Girl, you need to go beat him up. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, cool. So that is the first fight. Sorry if it was a little on edge there, but once again, I like to run units with as little equipment / scene cards or whatever as possible, just because the more stuff I keep for the last fight, the better. All right, battle number 8. You already know what we're going to do here. And you've seen some of my other teams. We are going to be running late on this one. Now, I am running it with Ishtar, but honestly, he is bulky enough. He can handle it. Plus, I'm running it with, like, the only electric scene card in the game. Like, I don't know why there's only one, but there's only one. So we're running it with that specific scene card, but I do have 3 equips on him, because we could run maximum purple equips, why not? Plus, he is going to take extra damage because he is kind of paired up with Ishtar. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. I don't know why it focused on that part of the mob, but whatever. Go, dude. By the way, this is the transition point. We're now on the baby dragon. So you definitely do want it set to strong opponent, because otherwise when the little guys pop up, they will basically be a damage magnet. You need him to aggro just the biggest threat in the room. And you'll see what I mean by that. If this is your first time running Abyssal for whatever reason, you'll see what I mean here in a moment. He's a little slow down here, but it's not the end of the world. By the way, he is only level 70. He's not level 80 yet. So most people out there probably have theirs at a higher level than I do. And that's okay, honestly, frankly. So see all these little mobs that kind of pop up? You want him set to strong enemy priority, because otherwise they will basically be they'll become a target. And you want them to focus on the baby dragon. But that was quick. That wasn't even a close fight. Though, in fairness, Ishtar does increase his damage. And if I'm totally honest here, the damage that he's already taking is, I mean, so minimal. Taking extra damage is really not that big of a deal for him. So he can kind of withstand that whole situation. So, all said and done, very handy, very good. Let's jump into our last fight here. And that is going to be, if it ever pops up there, our first, or our final water fight. So you already know in this one, we are basically going to be using, let's go ahead and use that item right there, yeah. So basically right here, we're going to be trying to utilize all the water scene cards, all the water equips that we can, and that, of course, is going to come down to, where is she? She's the other way. Little spoiler for what's coming later. Chloe. I think Chloe makes the most sense here. So, really, and I'm running her with Hephaestus, just really the best assist for her in this situation. And all the scene cards I'm running are basically the water scene cards. Do I not have any dupes of this? I do not. The reason it's giving me the red mark is I have the rainbow gems, but I'm saving those rainbow gems for like a situation, kind of like when Golden Time came out or something like that. I don't want a scene card to come up that I need to max and then not have a means to max it. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here with that. I don't have a lot of her ability board, so we're just going to use the cloak. That is kind of it. That's kind of the best possible scenario here. And I apologize for like items flashing. It happens sometimes in videos. For whatever reason on the PC app, if you ever plug in a controller, or maybe it's just my Xbox controller. I really don't know if it's unique to my controller. But if you plug in a controller and you leave it plugged in, sometimes that'll happen. It'll want to like give the controller priority. Chloe, what are you doing, girl? Oh my gosh. Well, this is very abnormal. She's just running. She's not attacking. Well, what the... I mean, she might still pull it off, but she's definitely not acting right. We'll just kind of pause out here and then go back in. Weird. Yeah, we'll restart that. She's acting weird. That was so strange. They could do that, though. I haven't seen that happen in a long time, in fairness. Early Abyssals, that would happen, or Uncharted Battlefields, that would happen all the time. But, yeah, I haven't seen that happen in a good minute. They do get mobbed here in the beginning, but what she's doing right here is exactly what I expect. Just take everybody out. She's going to get a bit of a damage boost, but it's kind of squandered, unfortunately. Is what it is. There we go. Camera's acting weird this time. The camera's just sliding like my mouse is sliding, but I know my mouse is not sliding. That's weird. I haven't noticed that before. Camera's just... I don't know what's going on. The camera is just sliding around. Anybody else witnessing that in there? Maybe it is the controller. We'll completely unplug it and see if things change. Might just be my busted controller. There we go. There we go. Actually, no, it still seems to be happening. Weird. All right, anyway, Chloe's clearing this out. We got basically a minute and a half for this last fight. And once again, you want your unit set to strong enemy priority, and that way she's only going to focus up on him. Now, the downside to these fights is that you're up to the auto battle system, which is just going to stand on the line of fire constantly. It's not going to pick and choose where to battle. It's just basically to go in a straight shot. But she's strong enough. She's going to take him down. Plus, she's got poison, so that's really good. The one thing I actually haven't done here and that you could do is you can actually put the scene cards on her that increase damage when your opponent is poisoned. That would help you take that fight down a little bit further. If your Chloe isn't quite as strong as mine is, she's level 70, or sorry, level 80. But I don't think she has any dupes, actually, the more I think about it. Let's find out real quick. Because I don't remember. Oh, come on, go away. It'll be that. There we go. Shoot. So, Chloe, in my particular situation, is, yeah, she's A0. So everyone out there should be able to handle that situation. Everyone out there should be able to handle it. And, of course, I did put the best water equips on her, so that does help. It's our only water fight, so once again, Battle 9, and A0 Chloe handled this. I think very few people playing this game don't have at least an A0 Chloe that they can utilize. So, but if you need a little bit of something else, you do have some SSRs and some SRs you can throw on there as fodder. Once again, though, she should clear it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as always. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I'll be back with more soon.